Have a fun video you'd like to see featured on NCW Life? Email us at newsphotos@ncwlife.com. Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And what a gorgeous day for almost all of our day. Still seeing plenty of blue sky out there as we look down at the Columbia River and where the Methow River meets Brewster in that shot. Beautiful shot. Still some snow up that way. Not much around our area with temperatures in the mid to upper 40s today, but I hope you had the chance to enjoy it because we do have some changes moving our way beginning tomorrow. An area of low pressure off the coast of Washington and Oregon is allowing a strong southwest flow of moisture moving up into Washington. It originates all the way down into the Hawaiian Islands, so we'll tell you more about that. And we could see some snow associated with this system, maybe an inch by Thursday morning here in the Wenatchee area, but of course plain 4 to 6 inches and maybe even up to a foot of snow up in parts of Okanagan County. Once again, we'll tell you more about this pending storm system a little bit later on in our newscast. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. A two-vehicle accident early this morning in East Wenatchee blocked traffic for around a half hour, and a semi-truck crash on I-90 near Cleellum this morning closed the highway for hours. But first, we begin tonight. Neighbors living near the popular Skyline Drive overlook area in Wenatchee say it's become a public safety hazard, and they want the city to close it off to traffic. The scenic overlook has become anything but for Shelley English, who appeared before the city council last week to voice her concerns. She wants the city to close the overlook to traffic due to ongoing issues with teen drinking and accidents.
Security cameras and closing the park at night are passive and reactive solutions. I think we need to do something a little more proactive than that, and something that's financially feasible. I think we just need to close the overlook to car traffic. Put up some concrete barriers and close it. People could still access it on foot, but cars wouldn't be in there. The kids wouldn't be there in their cars. You know, if they wanted to do bad things at the overlook, they'd have to do it right out there in public because they couldn't park their cars there. Also, if the Black Rock subdivision is approved, that's going to add at least 17 more houses to Skyline, and that's more traffic. Have 17 more families up there that have to put up with this BS all the time.
The mayor and council have subsequently asked the Arts, Recreation, and Parks Commission to review options with regard to the overlook. They will be discussing the overlook as one of their agenda items coming up at their March 20th meeting. Well, a two-vehicle accident early this morning in East Wenatchee blocked traffic for around a half hour as crews removed the wrecked vehicles. The accident happened around 4:45 at the intersection of Sunset Highway and Highway 2 when Washington State Patrol says a Toyota pickup driven by 22-year-old Martin Badala Mendoza struck the rear of a small passenger car driven by 54-year-old Irma Acevedo Mendoza, both of East Wenatchee. The collision caused the pickup to roll, coming to rest in the intersection. Acevedo Mendoza's car also came to rest in the intersection. She was injured in the accident and transported by ambulance to Central Washington Hospital. Martin Mendoza was slightly injured in the crash and did not seek medical attention. He was charged with negligent driving. Douglas County Sheriff Harvey Jesdahl reports $6,000 worth of tools was stolen from a steel work box in the Rock Island area last week. The sheriff says deputies responded to the theft reported in the area of Bremer's Pit. It's located at Southeast Vantage Drive. He says the thieves left footprints and there was surveillance video footage which is being examined by investigators. Anyone with information about the theft is encouraged to call the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. A reward is available. Here was the scene early this morning on Interstate 90 near Cleellum where a tractor-trailer rig crashed. Washington State Patrol says the Freightliner, driven by 47-year-old Corey Weaver of Utah, was traveling west on I-90 when he attempted to slow down and lost control of the big rig on slippery road conditions, causing it to go sideways on a bridge. The truck struck the left side of the bridge and the trailer hit the right side with its wheels hanging over the edge of that bridge. The rig came to rest, completely blocking the bridge. The wreckage blocked the westbound lanes for several hours after the truck tore out a section of guardrail. Weaver was injured in the crash and was transported by ambulance to Kittitas Valley Healthcare in Ellensburg. Weaver was also charged with driving too fast for the icy road conditions. Coming up next, Washington Governor Jay Inslee gave President Trump an impassioned earful yesterday, and communities around north central Washington are about to get a significant boost from the Department of Ecology. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
My name's Robert Duff. Current and previous occupation is architect, engineer, and lawyer. Grew up here in Washington, born in Moses Lake. When I first came to CVCH, was looking for a place to get some dental work done. I was really impressed with the people at the counter. I mean, they were just on top of it. It only took her like 15 minutes to do their job. I didn't feel anything. The technology is so great, you don't even realize you're at the dentist. These people are so professional. I would have any one of these people in my home for dinner. These people are family.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on fresh. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us daily. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your home bake our most popular pizza, a large cowboy, topped with pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and olives. Just $12. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
Welcome back. In another news, at a listening session with nearly 40 governors yesterday at the White House, Washington Governor Jay Inslee gave President Trump an impassioned earful.
Now, I know that you have suggested arming our teachers. And
not your teachers.
Not your,
arming a small portion that are very gun adept, that truly know how to handle. Because
So
I do feel, Governor, it's very important that gun-free zones, you have a gun-free zone, it's like an invitation for these very sick people to go there. I do think that there has to be some form of major retaliation if they're able to enter a school. And if that happens, you're not going to have any problems anymore because they're never going to the school. You're never going to have a problem. So it would just be a very small group of people that are very gun adept. Anyway, go ahead, Governor.
if I may respond to that, let me just suggest whatever percentage it is. I heard at one time you might have suggested 20%. Whatever percentage it is, speaking as a grandfather,
Right.
speaking as a governor of the state of Washington, I have listened to the people who would be affected by that. I have listened to the biology teachers, and they don't want to do that at any percentage. I've listened to the first grade teachers that don't want to be pistol packing first grade teachers. I've listened to law enforcement who have said they don't want to have to train teachers as law enforcement agencies, which takes about 6 months. Now, I just think this is a circumstance where we need to listen, that educators should educate, and they should not be foisted upon this responsibility of packing heat in first grade classes. Now, I understand you have suggested this, and we suggest things, and sometimes then we listen to people about it, and maybe they don't look so good a little later. So I just suggest we need a little less tweeting here, a little more listening, and let's just take that off the table and move forward.
All right, thank you very much. You know, we have a number of states right now that do that. And I think with that in mind, I'll call on Greg Abbott, great governor of Texas. Greg?
Along with arming some teachers, President Trump has also pushed for an end to bump fire stocks, which allows semi-automatic weapons to fire at a rapid rate, as well as comprehensive background checks to emphasize mental health. State House Representatives Kerry Condata and Mike Steele are defending their votes in favor of a bill that exempts legislators from parts of the state's Public Records Act. The House and Senate overwhelmingly approved the measure last Friday without debate or public hearing. It was drafted in response to an appeal of recent court ruling in Thurston County that required the release of lawmakers' private emails. Condata and Steele say the courts forced their hand.
I understand the value of transparency and what it means to the community and the citizenry. It makes sense to me. Was the process one I would have followed? No. Was it necessary? Yes, because we were being inundated with violations and complaints that were mounting, and getting access to some highly sensitive data would have put our constituents at risk, and we didn't think that was appropriate, and we knew we needed to make some quick action.
Senate Bill 6617 will make some legislative records public, such as lawmakers' calendars and their email exchanges with registered lobbyists. But their private cell phone and emails are off limits. It also prevents people from challenging this records law in court. Log on to ncwlife.com for the full interview as seen on the 12th District program. Communities across the state seeking funding for important clean water projects are about to get a significant boost from the Washington Department of Ecology. In a press release yesterday, the Department of Ecology announced that it is awarding $220 million in grants and loans to help pay for high-priority clean water projects. The Chelan County PUD will receive just over $2 million for the Peshastin-Dryden Wastewater Improvement Project. The Chelan County Public Works Department was awarded $200,000 for the Squilchuck Creek Basin Stormwater retrofit. The City of Wenatchee will receive $70,000 for the North Wenatchee stormwater removal and water quality improvements, and then another $10,000 for the Peachy Street Basin water quality retrofit. Other area projects that will receive DOE grants are the Okanagan Conservation District, who will receive $250,000, and a sewer replacement project in Soap Lake will get $68,000. Funding for these projects was able to move forward once the 2017 through 2019 capital budget passed earlier this year. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Granstrom and our feature story tonight. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
I gotta tell you, I'm nervous. Selling your home, it's a big step.
Can we find the right buyer in this market?
Look at our website. When someone looks at your home, I can tell how ready they are to buy. See that number? The closer it is to 100, the closer they are to buying. So, I know who to zero in on.
So you have a secret weapon.
You mean we have a secret weapon.
I like that. Oh, what do you think of the wallpaper?
I love that touch.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a good Tuesday. The 21-2 Entiat girls basketball team is one of 12 teams still live for the state 1B tournament. Tomorrow they'll face Mount Rainier Lutheran in a 9 p.m. game at the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. The Tigers are on an incredible roll, having dispatched their last 15 consecutive opponents by an average of 48.7 points a game. Ton of credit goes to senior Natalia Paz and junior Faith Southard, but Coach Lori Pipkins says she's had a couple of surprises step up this year too.
Emma Delgado and Mika Sanford have really been have improved so much from last year to this year, you know, and they both have surprised me more than I was expecting. I mean, I knew that they wouldn't be better than they were last year or improve, but they're their basketball skills have greatly increased over the course of the year. And Hemma's been another one that has been, we say she got new ears this year because she's been hearing everything and she knows what's going on and she's been paying attention and stuff like that. So yeah, those two have been my biggest surprises, I feel like.
Aniet's opponent tomorrow night finished first in the SeaTac West 1B League this year and come into tomorrow's game with a 21-4 record. Two of the Hawks' 4 losses on the season have been in their last 2 games. A 62-44 loss to Nia Bay in the 1B Tri-District Tournament and a 72-17 loss to Colton Saturday and regionals. Pipkin says she likes the matchup and a chance to advance past tomorrow.
None of these girls have made it this far, and we feel like, we could have a good matchup on Wednesday. So, we kind of think we know who we'll get. But yeah, they're excited and I'm excited, and I just want them for this to be able to experience, state, and I would really love to get that first win so that they could experience what I feel state is, which is more than just one game in Spokane.
We'll post the results tomorrow on our Facebook page, and be sure and watch for more tomorrow or on Thursday morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Meanwhile, another local team preparing for a trip to state. That's Cashmere. The girls basketball team advanced to the quarters with a win last weekend as the brackets were set Saturday night with other regional games decided. Bulldog coach Brent Darnell said he hoped that other teams were thinking of something else.
We do some things where we try to take away 1 or 2 things from a team after watching film, but my biggest thing is I hope teams are worrying about us and how they're going to guard us and how they're going to attack us, and that takes practice time away from what they do well. And if you can take practice time away from them and what they do well because they're worrying about you, well, you've kind of already won the battle a little bit. So we got a philosophy of how we want to do things offensively and defensively, and hopefully they're worrying about us a little bit.
Cashmere's 21-1 on the season. They're ranked number 2 in the RPI. Darnell says whether you play teams early or late in the tournament, you have to play the best to be the best.
Obviously there's some teams at the top of the bracket. Linden Christian, undefeated, ranked number 1. Zilla, really good and up there. It's kind of like, do you want a great team early or do you want them late? I think the biggest thing is over there is just worry about who's in front of you and survive in advance. You're never going to have to play them again this year. You just got to beat them and move on. So we don't get too caught up in that as far as, we don't want to play this team, we don't want to play that team. Our hope is they look at their bracket and say, where's Cashmere at? Because we don't want to play them.
Cashmere will face the winner of tomorrow's game between Nooksack Valley and Meridian. That'll be Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Also, we'll be watching the Brewster boys and girls at the State 2B tournament in Spokane. Here's their schedule real quick. The girls play tomorrow at, let's see, it is 12:15. The boys will play tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. That's Sports News. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. The Wenatchee Downtown Association's annual appreciation dinner is Wednesday night at the Wenatchee Convention Center. NCW Life's Dan Kuntz gives us a preview.
On this morning's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, WDA Executive Director Linda Haglund told our viewers that 2017 marked a year of change for property owners downtown.
I think something notable is that in the last 12 months, we've had 5 businesses in the core. And in the core, we caught that middle part of downtown. 5 buildings changed hands. These are long-standing owned buildings, new owners, new buyers, new ideas, right? That doesn't count Chelan that had Jones & Jones, right? Doesn't count Chelan or Columbia because there have been buildings change hands down there. This is really 5. In the last 24 months, there have been 10. That's highly unusual. That's a good sign.
That's a good sign, yeah.
Because old buildings aren't easy. Let's just face it. Old buildings aren't easy. Nothing in them is new, right? Yeah. And some of them over 100 years old. And when you go to look at repair and upgrades, that is, you have to be dedicated. There's your understatement for the day. So that's, I think, a really good testimony that people believe in our downtown. And that they want to invest in our downtown. That's a really fun statistic.
The dinner starts at 5:30 and tickets are available by calling the WDA at 662-0059. For NCW Life News, I'm Dan Kuntz.
Thank you, Dan, and we'll be back in just a moment with the recap of some of today's stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
Bay Equity Home Loans in Wenatchee, serving all of North Central Washington. We make it our priority to learn all about your financial needs. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or want a reverse mortgage, our mortgage professionals are ready to guide you through the loan process. We have a wide variety of loan products to fit your family's needs. Call Bay Equity Home Loans of Wenatchee today for your pre-approval. 509-888-0466.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan Mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. Come see us at the Plaza in Lake Chelan.
Hi, I'm Blair from Works, your workout prescription. Have you ever started an exercise program and struggled to keep it going? So what if I told you that with this MyZone device, I could increase your chances of self-motivated exercise adherence by over 200%. Combine that with an exercise prescription specifically for your level of readiness, we'll increase it even more. And that's our new member success system. It's $99. It's exclusively at Works. It includes your MyZone belt. Works. YourWorkoutRx.com.
Time now for a recap of tonight's top stories. Neighbors living near the popular Skyline Drive overlook area in Wenatchee say it's become a public safety hazard and they want the city to close it off to traffic. The scenic overlook has become anything but for Shelley English, who appeared before the City Council last week to voice her concerns. She wants the city to close the overlook to traffic due to ongoing issues with teen drinking and accidents.
Security cameras and closing the park at night are passive and reactive solutions. I think we need to do something a little more proactive than that, and something that's financially feasible. I think we just need to close the overlook to car traffic. Put up some concrete barriers and close it. People could still access it on foot, but cars wouldn't be in there. The kids wouldn't be there in their cars. You know, if they wanted to do bad things at the overlook, they'd have to do it right out there in public because they couldn't park their cars there. Also, if the Black Rock subdivision is approved, that's going to add at least 17 more houses to Skyline, and that's more traffic. Have 17 more families up there that have to put up with this BS all the time.
The mayor and city council have subsequently asked the Arts, Recreation, and Parks Commission to review options with regard to the overlook. They will be discussing the overlook as one of their agenda items at their March 20th meeting. A two-vehicle accident early this morning in East Wenatchee blocked traffic for around a half hour as crews removed the wrecked vehicles. The accident happened around 4:45 at the intersection of Sunset Highway and Highway 2 when Washington State Patrol says a Toyota pickup driven by 22-year-old Martin Bedola Mendoza struck the rear of a small passenger car driven by 54-year-old Irma Acevedo Mendoza, both of East Wenatchee. The collision caused the pickup to roll, coming to rest in the intersection. Acevedo Mendoza's car also came to rest in that intersection. She was injured in the accident and transported by ambulance to Central Washington Hospital. Martin Mendoza was slightly injured in the crash and did not seek medical attention. He was charged for negligent driving. Time now for a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to the details of that, let's once again take a peek outside our weather window. And it was a beautiful late February today around North Central Washington. Here's a view from our Pateros Brewster area camera where we're seeing where the Methow River joins the Columbia River. Still some snow on the ground up north that way. Not quite as warm temperatures today. We were in the mid to upper 40s. But things are about to change. An area of low pressure and associated weather trough moved through the state today. We enjoyed mostly sunny skies with above normal temperatures with highs today, as I mentioned, in the upper 40s. We will see a fairly big weather pattern change Wednesday into Friday as a large flow of moisture moving up from the Hawaiian Islands may produce heavy snow and rain accumulations over portions of north central Washington. And if you take a look at our satellite loop there, you can see that moisture from Hawaii moving all the way up into the southwest British Columbia corner and into the northwest corner of Washington State. That plume of moisture will continue to move our way. We have an 80% chance of a rain-snow mix on Wednesday and Wednesday night, with rain likely on Thursday, where we could see up to 1/4 of an inch of precipitation. As that large weather system passes on Friday, we could still see a scattered snow shower or two with the 40% chance of precipitation. High pressure builds in then just in time for the weekend with partly cloudy skies both days with high temperatures in the mid-40s. On Monday and into early next week, we will see mostly sunny skies with high temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. Let's take a look at that forecast now. And tonight we will drop down to a mild 30 degrees. Tomorrow it gets a little wet. 80% chance of rain mixed with snow and 44. Cloudy with rain likely, as I mentioned on Thursday, where we could see 1/4 of an inch of precipitation. For Friday, mostly cloudy, and I think that 40% chance of rain and snow will mainly be in the morning hours, mainly early afternoon. High of 45 for Friday, and then it looks nice for the weekend. Mostly cloudy, just an isolated sprinkle on Saturday. 44 degrees. Sunday, partly cloudy, light wind and 46. And then, boy, the weather really gets nice to start our next work week on Monday. Mostly sunny skies then with a high of 47 degrees. And if you have a video of the day that you'd like to see right here on the NCW Life Evening News, make sure you message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com, or you can give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and all the day's news with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
Thursday night, hockey night on the NCW Life channel. It all begins at 7 o'clock with a call of the Wild and Clarkie's Corner. Then it's non-stop hockey action with a voice of the Wild, Arch Ecker. Join us as the Wild battle the rest of the BCHL. Thursday night is hockey night on the NCW Life channel.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solion Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCW Life, your local TV channel. Give Solion Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.
The Arbiter of Stoke is a series that highlights a variety of outdoor adventure sports that are available in the Pacific Northwest. I dedicate my time to enjoying this natural playground. The decision is yours. How will you keep your Stoke?
Yes, we are live from Studio 2. I am Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We got news, we got sports, we got weather, we got obscure holiday, today in history, birthdays. Tom Potter joins me in studio. How are you? And Rod Cool is my guest today. The expert is by your. We're broadcasting live from Studio 4, from Studio 2, Studio 7 here in downtown Wenatchee. Time for the obscure holiday of the day. Your Dog to Work Day. Beautician's Day. It's National Selfie Day, and in honor of National Selfie Day, I'm going to take a picture of myself.
Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Mornings at 7 o'clock on the NCW Life channel.
Quality, comfort, style, service. This is the Crown Furniture difference for more than 50 years. Their commitment to you is to provide the best furniture and mattresses the industry has to offer at a great price. Shop Crown Furniture today to experience the difference. And remember, free setup, delivery, and haul away in their service area is just another way they show they care.
Hi, I'm candidate Greta Wiersma from the Apple Blossom Top 10, and you're watching NCW Life Channel.